In the 2000s, as we witnessed the South take over the hip-hop industry like no other, we saw individuals like Jeezy, Tip, Ludacris, and others make their mark with classical albums and street anthems. As the South's dominance continued by the mid-2000s, we'll also see some new blood coming out of Florida. Now, since back in the day, the representation for the Sunshine State has been like individuals like Uncle Luke, Poison Clan, 95 South, Quad City DJs, DJ Magic Mike, Trick Daddy, and Trina. But by this time, you will see some new faces pop up, and one of being Fort Myers' own Plies. Now, before people got to know him as the funny rapper with the pearly whites and the funny commentary on social media, it was the glow slugs having pants sagging, gutter talking goon, making and putting out hits on the mainstream radio and mixtapes for the streets. Although he's only dropped 4 official studio albums, but from 2007 to 2010 was the prime Plies era. The Goon Talkers were brought out the street figures, and records like Shawty, Hypnotized, Busted Baby, Miss Pretty P is what brought out the ladies. He might not have had a 10-year career in the mainstream spotlight, but he was able to carve out a musical lane and legacy for himself as the industry was going through a tough change from physical units to digital. This is the run of Plies. Plies was born Algernon Washington on July 1st, 1976 in Fort Myers, Florida. He grew up in the East Dunbar neighborhood, where it was heavily shaped by street culture, poverty, and the hustle elements that would later define much of his music. According to Plies, although him and his older brother was both book smart, but it was the streets they couldn't stay away from. Even their father was in the streets as well.
You went to college.
Yeah.
Football scholarship, right?
Played D1 ball.
How did you like school, man?
I was confused at the time. Like, being from Fort Myers, that was the first thing you tried. You tried playing ball. If that shit worked, you was good. Like, I'm from the hometown of the Deion Sanders, the Javon Curtis, the Edwin James. That's what we did. Like, and if that was your way out, you was out of that motherfucker. But if that wasn't your way out, and if that ain't work, then the best thing was the street. So for me, I had the luxury of playing Division I ball, but like I said, it happened at a time in my life where I was really confused.
Right. Confused about what, man?
My brother was heavy in the streets. You know what I mean? And that was like he was the kingpin of my city. So,
right.
Of our whole little region, should I say. So for me, you know, that was my inspiration. That was who I wanted to be like. I wanted to pat myself after my brother. My daddy was there early, but he got caught up in, he was a hustler too, but he got caught up in, you know, selling dope. Then he actually got on dope. So, that caught me at a time when I was trying to do the football thing. I was the one that all the street niggas was funding to, you stay away from this shit.
Was you the first one in your family to go to college?
Nah, actually my brother ended up trying to, I guess at this point it's cool to say, trying to play the system.
Right.
He thought he was smarter than, you know, the motherfuckers who was investigating him. So he was able to go, I think for like a year or two, he was able to go to, I think it was some school in Alabama, just to get away. So he was actually the first one in our family, and I can't rap behind him.
Despite his gritty image, Plies was a standout student athlete. He attended Fort Myers High School, where he played wide receiver and defensive back, earning him a scholarship to play ball. After graduating, Plies would end up enrolling in Miami University, which is located in Ohio, on a football scholarship. After a few seasons, he would later transfer to University of Central Florida, aka UCF. But while he was at UCF, he began to lose interest in football, and he would, gravitate towards more music, streets, and more of his entrepreneurial side. And eventually, he would end up dropping out. During the late 90s and early 2000s, Plies was in and out of the streets, but still trying to figure out his game plan on how to do the rap thing. Him and his brother would come together and they end up forming an independent record label called Big Gates Records. Plies would start releasing mixtapes and doing features to get his buzz going in the Fort Myers area.
Hell no, I ain't gonna leave it like that. Pussy nigga, I want all my bike. fuck nigga, I fronted your sandpipe. 3 G's is all you brought, bite. Now tell me what the fuck I'ma do with that. I don't wear them, so I don't cuts. Like, why you hide behind tent? You can't relate. 3 G's, I could've wetted my shit with that. You ain't hiding from me, I know where you at. You in Coco, cause your pockets fat. I ain't looking for you, nigga, I'm getting packed. But when I see it, that's where it's getting fixed at.
By 2004, Plies would end up being the new addition to the rap powerhouse Slip and Slide Records, the same label that brought you Trick Daddy, Trina, and Rick Ross. Tapes like 36 Ounces, 100% Real Nigga, and other tapes is what helped convince Slip and Slide's parent label, Atlantic Records, that Plies was ready for the mainstream spotlight. He had been promoting his debut album, The Real Nigga Bible, for the longest. But once the major label came into play, he had to switch up things, and the title became The Real Testament. He would link up with DJ Drummer for the Gangsta Grillz mixtapes, Bottom to the Top. The song featured the original version of Akon's I Wanna Love You, which actually featured Plies. The Plies would end up getting in some legal trouble, and this is what ended up happening to where Snoop Dogg ended up replacing him, and Plies was taken off of the record. But by 2007, the single Got 'Em Hatin', which would be the promotional single for Plies' debut album. But it'll be the next single that'll help change everything for Plies' situation for the better. The single will end up being Shouted, featuring T-Pain. Now, according to T-Pain, he was paid by Atlantic Records to do a bunch of hooks so they could sell them to their artists. In that same studio session, he would end up recording hooks for the song Low, which would end up going to Flow Rider, and the hook for Shouted, which nearly every artist on Atlantic Records at the time will record verses on. Now, for me, I didn't hear Plies' version until it officially hit the radio airwaves. My first introduction to this song was when Webby did his version, and I heard it back in the day on MySpace.
Say I wish it can't flow. As for me, it's just the same old, different bitch, same hoe. I slang it fast, switch it slow, switch it up and slang mo. Ain't cutting what you came for. These women love this thing though. Got us a different thing though. Got a whole other man. Better value what he got. When he don't have his spot, we talk a lot, and off the top, I feel you awful lot. And I know it's rubbing off, can tell cause you call a lot. And I ain't never hit your spot, wasn't even finna try. Just holler and tell you bye. I treat you like one of the guys, and I put you on that killer. I remember the first time, said your body feel different, was asking me was you high. When I bought that new candy, I picked you up, we a ride. Haters hated on the ride, now me and my shawty shine. Couple other girls that hit me, wouldn't even pick up the line. When my old lady hit me, shit, I just tell you be quiet.
T-Pain will end up co-signing Plies' version of the record, and this is how it came about far as for him.
When Plies did his thing to Shawty, Mike Karen hit me and he was like, this guy did a version. It's good, but we want it to be a bigger record because we feel like the record is bigger. We can give it to a bigger artist. I said, this nigga killed it. Give it to him or nobody gets it. Because I'm not gonna clear it after that. If this person don't get it, because me personally, I didn't know who Plies was.
So on July 10th, 2007, the Plies single Shouted featuring T-Pain, produced by Drummer Boy and his brother Insane Wayne, rest in peace, was released. It became a #1 record very quickly and had the summer of 2007 on Smash. It would end up going platinum as a single and will also end up selling over 1 million in ringtone sales as well. On August 7, 2007, The True Testament was officially released, and it was an album that had the streets on lock. The album would end up debuting at #2 on the Billboard charts, moving 96,000 units in its first week. But by the end of 2007, the album would end up going gold. And as of April of 2019, the album would officially go platinum. The next single, Hypnotized, featuring Akon, will be another top charting single as well. It'll top the Billboard charts at #2 and also go platinum. The Real Testament is definitely a Southern classic. Records like You, featuring Tank, One More Time, the hit singles, and what brought the ladies out. Records like 100 Years, Kept It Too Real, Running My Mama Crazy, On My Deep, Long Beard is what kept the street figures happy. 10 months after the release of his debut album, Plies was right back at it with another album. On June 10, 2008, he dropped The Definition of Real. The single Busted Baby Part 2 featuring Neo was another top charting single that'll go platinum and had the radio waves and the video waves on lock on far as BET and MTV. The definition of real will end up moving 214,000 units in their first week, would end up being the biggest first week sales week for Plies in his career, and debuting at number 2. The album was released at the same day as Lil Wayne's Carter 3 album, which would end up going to sell 1 million units in the first week and took the number 1 spot. That album will go on to go gold, and 6 months later, on December 16, 2008, Plies would drop his third album, The Realest. You had singles like Put It On Me, Want It and Need It featuring Ashanti, and Plenty Money. That would do okay on the charts, but it wasn't like the top charting singles and the success he had with the first 2 albums. The album will go on to move 114,000 units in its first week, and it will also go on to go gold, and it will also be Plies' first album to go number 1 on the top rap album charts. Plies was planning to release his 4th album, Goon Affiliate, 6 months later after the Realest album, but he kept receiving pushbacks from Atlantic Records. The album had singles like Becky, Medicine featuring Carrie Hilson, Awesome, She Got It Made, and Bruh Bruh. But on June 10, 2007, his 4th album, Goon Affiliate, will finally be released. Now, although, it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200s, it'll be his lowest selling album as well. The album will end up only selling 56,000 copies in the first week, and as of today, the album sits at the 300,000 mark. Afterwards, Plies will go on to start promoting his 5th album, Purple Heart, with a lot of promotional singles that didn't do much to create a buzz. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, by 2010, the industry was going through massive changes. Physical CDs was becoming unimportant to labels. You had record labels who were more concerned about hit singles than anything. They were doing a lot of layoffs, and you had labels either shutting down or they was merging as one company. And even at Atlantic, things wasn't looking good at all. And hence the reason why Plies' 5th album, Purple Heart, never dropped. But to keep his name going, Plies would drop a slew of mixtapes. In 2010, he had You Need People Like Me, Part 1 and Part 2, and the mixtape No Chasing. 2011, I Fuck With The DJ and Estrada. 2012, he had On Trial and On Trial 2. He wouldn't release anything in the year 2013, but 2014, he had The Last Real Nigga Left and The Last Real Nigga Left Part 2. But by 2015, Plies would end up revamping his career by using social media.
Motherfucker that you fucking, and your phone keep motherfucking ringing, and you keep hitting in on your phone and looking over at them, use a dead motherfucking giveaway. Your motherfucking phone ring, you better hit in and put that bitch to your ear and talk to the invisible person on the other line. I'm with Bay right now, I'm gonna hit you right back. The motherfucker that got naked in front of me, I asked her, what all the white shit coming out the side of your panties, girl? She talking about that baby powder. Baby powder? Bitch, what slave you been talking to, bitch? That played out in the 60s, bitch. You better go take that pussy and get a wash and set. Motherfucking police just pull a nigga. He tell me to hand him my license and registration. I told him I ain't handing you a motherfucking thing. I ain't reaching for shit. You motherfucking want it, you get it. My license in my pocket, motherfucker, you reach in there and get them. I ain't reaching for shit. Think you finna shoot me on a motherfucking humbug, bitch, you crazy. And y'all motherfucking bartenders who be trying to be motherfucking stingy with this motherfucking liquor, pour a nigga some motherfucking liquor, nigga. This ain't your motherfucking liquor, acting like this your motherfucking liquor, nigga. All this motherfucking chasing a nigga shit. Make a nigga come back there and chase your motherfucking ass, nigga. I don't care about a bitch getting mad at me, bitch. Told her a little bit last night, Hannah. She get naked on her. I told her, no, I'm not getting this pussy, bro. This pussy ain't got no edges on it, bitch. You got hair on this pussy. This pussy ain't got no edges on it, bitch. Give me my boss, bitch. I don't want to do nothing, bitch. Give me my... I woke Bay up that morning and I told Bay I think this pussy done stop breathing. She said, I said, She said, why you say that? I said, cause this pussy slobbing. She said, well, what you finna do? I said, I'm gonna get this pussy mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Sweet pussy ass.
Now, by the end of 2015 and early 2016, this is when he will find out his new formula. It all began with the song Ran Off on the Plug Twice, which was released with the project This Ain't No Mixtape Bitch Part 2. And the video will end up causing a viral sensation. And this is when Plies will start following this formula. He will make good records, but, he will make sure that the visuals were very trendy, and this would help keep his name buzzing. Now, after the success of Ran Off on the Plug Twice, he would do the same formula for songs like Rock, All of the Above, Drip for Sale, I Got Motion, Real Hitter, Money Calling, Loading, and many other songs and videos. Now, although the songs aren't the top charting singles he was dropping early on in his career, but he found a way to introduce himself to a newer generation that became fans of his new stuff and went back and discovered his old material. Plies found what would work for him, and now he's an independent artist who stays booked up doing shows every week, and he still releases dope videos and music that generates millions on platforms like YouTube. And I know a lot of people are not too fond as far as what they used to with Plies, but at the end of the day, bro found a formula that kept him relevant, especially at a time where it seems like his career wasn't going anywhere and the music and the projects he was dropping were falling on deaf ears. So he found a new formula that he can put into as far as with social media and keep him trending and things like that. And hey, you can't hate on somebody hate on somebody who found the formula that worked for him. So, he keep it going with the Instagram posts, but he also makes sure he keep dope music coming and projects. And hey, they keep the money for him right there. So hey, big ups to Plies. So, but y'all let me know in the comments, man, what's your favorite Plies project, album, song, video, moment, anything like that, man. Like I said, Plies definitely had a run as far as in the mainstream. I think he knew that, his time was limited. That's the reason why when he was, had that open window as far as with a major label, he released so much in that very little time, either whether it was his own stuff or him doing features and stuff like that. That's what kept him relevant, and then him able to find a new formula to keep himself relevant. Hey, you gotta salute him for that, man. But I'm your boy Mouse. This is the platform known as the All Grind Media Network. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and be on the lookout for more videos. I'm out.